Right, hello and good evening everyone. Before we get started proper, I just wanted to pop in and say hello and ask you how you are doing, and also give a huge thank you to my active patron members, the ones who are actively responsible for this channel as it is, in the sense of they have actively contributed to it. Many thanks to them. A big thank you to Aylin, Aaron Thash, Kiyumi, KitKat0406, Hawker127, Gwendolyn Adams Bone, Azura Akamor, Canuck, Emma, Nobody at All, Agatha, RageCat888, Amy Wires, The Octahat, Evelyn Puppy, Dzib, Rosebud, Shadow Caliber 1, Nunberg, Fish Salad, Antari Akiyama, Sarha Smith, William Hale, Valkyr Tenno, Rylanor, the fan of a truly iconic Foxo, Galahad, Salgor Agaris, Marissa Crescidisame, Benifer the Potato, Genetic Zero, ZT Mackin, Songbird, Kyra, Void Dweller, Teethrer 5, Morning Owlet, Elster Shiny Things, Tarsies, Jessica, Amy Olgers, Tiny Portal, Chloe, Beer the Space Witch, Ellipses, Sam Fireflies, Some Guy, Ghost 48, Joanna, Indigo, Kai, Denny Babeni, Banana Busboat, TGSTGA, Breedable Vaporeon, Eden, Mick Shepherd, Captain Aardvark 986, Lily Adams, Hazel, Archibald, Bluegoo, Alice, Kulak 92, Prophecy Fulfilled, DFA Plays, Robot Waifu, and Bloodmoth. Thank you so very much for all of your support. It truly means the universe to me, and without it, I would be in a much worse position than I am now. Now, I'm still working on a couple of things behind the scenes here, so do forgive me for popping in and out quite so much, but I shall be back. Hello. And good evening. Welcome back to the Cutiefox ASMR channel. Hello. Hi. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hello. Hi. Hello, Emma, Nyx, Mary, Kasane Tato's girlfriend. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, one and all. Welcome, Slimy Noir. Heyo. And how are you doing today? I just got your email, Slimy Noir. Give me a second. I'll give you my Discord in a little second. I also do apologize for my stream being a little bit wonky and late. Some things happened earlier today and really scrambled my brain. That's on me, though, as I was the originator of the circumstance. I got myself into a bunch of bad shenanigans. Right. That should be that in a nutshell. Do check your email, Slimy Noir. Ah! Thank you so very much, Nyx. It truly means the universe to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Indeed, indeed, Kasane Tato's girlfriend. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. It is so very good to see you. Oh, someone feeling flustered. Ah, and thank you so very much. Welcome back to you yourself, Kasane Tato's girlfriend. I feel like I've needed to stream again for a little bit. Maybe I should move back to my typical streaming 3 days a week instead of my normal 2. I know that I've been a little bit lax and trying to get back into things. Let's just say, things have been on a downward spiral for a little bit. That's my fault. Oh, it's quite alright, Kasane. Kasane. Hey, Nathan. Good to see you. Very, very good to see you. It is so very good to be back. Speaking of which, I believe that I can actually work on some audios in the background while I do this. So I could both stream and potentially get an upload done and out here. Unfortunately, it might not be the spicier of the audios I'm working on, simply because I'm kind of afraid of any audio being picked up from the headphones that might send YouTube's automatic discovery into a feeding frenzy. It's like blood in the water for sharks. Okay, so not that one. Chrysalis. Ah, yes, Chrysalis. If everything goes according to plan, then Chrysalis might be the next one that I upload. Oof. It's a little bit loud. Well, at least a little bit louder than I would like to, what's the word I'm looking for? Put on through my headphones, and thus risk it bleeding through here. A packet of dried noodles. Well, nothing wrong with a little bit of a crunch. I love adding crunch sound effects to my audios. Definitely helps for the sound of breaking bones. Fox girls send you into a feeding frenzy, Kasame? Kasane? And I'm also pretty darn sure that Emma is still listening in. So if you are listening in, Emma, I'm just gonna give you a little bit of a reward right now. Good girl. Good girl. Very good. Very good. That's a good girl. How adorable. Welcome, Winter. Welcome, welcome. Nick says, I just found my favorite meme from Twitter. Oh! Do post it in the memes channel on the Discord. I would love to take a look at it later. I don't often visit Twitter. Well, ever since Twitter changed its name and all, and maybe even a little bit before that. It's just that Twitter's kind of gone down in the dumps. I don't want to go there. Unless I really want to feel bad. Winter says of doing Devilry, Magic the Gathering, deck building. Oh yes. Assorted devilry and witchery. What wicked witchcraft this is. Has anyone seen Wicked Part 2? Me and Akira recently watched it. Nix's meme. Yes, I'm a lesbian. Lesbian. And it's all spelling out L, nothing, E, exhausted. SBIAN is also nothing. Yes, I'm exhausted. Winter says, infinite mana loop plus gun that shoots mana. I want to run a group hug deck. But did you know that me and the army are unaffiliated? I hold no authority whatsoever, but what I lack in authority, I make up for with friends. The council approves of group hugs. Alright, I'm going to open up my documents/scripts folder. And I'm going to open up the Chrysalis PDF. If you liked the alliterating fae episode that I did, this is a continuation of Aria. Aria, the alliterating fae. Autumn's autocrat. Audaciously. The council approves of group hugs. Be sure to take the one from the scrawling crawler. The cat girl economy is down. Ugh. Alright, Mary. See you later. Oof. Realizing that in the background it sounds like I hit my mic. And it sounds like I redid that. I recorded this some time ago, but you gotta understand, sometimes after I record something, I'll just forget about it. And this has been going on for far too long. And so I'm actually finally starting to edit these things down. Oh, I could tell you were a snack before, girl snacky. Next year, good NB. Winter says you take 100 damage because I have acquired 50 mana from sources. Resources say, you're dead! Now get in the flask. NBS, says Girl Snacky. Really? Starts sterling uncontrollably. Oh, poor dear indeed. Someone's a good girl. And Nyx is such a good NB. Am I attempting to clicker train my audience? Perhaps. Is it working? I dare say it is. In little ways here and there. My entire goal has been, and always will be, making sure that everyone here feels comfortable. Woe to the foes of autumn. Girl Snacky says, real talk, I think I might be NB. I don't know. Well, let's test this out. When I say, good little NB, does it fill you with a sense of joy and happiness? Greetings, Amy Wires. It's been some time. It's good to see you again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please, kick off your shoes. Sit by the fire. You are always welcome here. If there's one thing that I do tend to get, like, ever so slightly annoyed about, is that whenever I make, like, kissing sounds, they tend to peak the audio. And whenever I peak the audio, there's always a chance that the audio program that I'm working with has a hissy fit. It can be kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for here? A little bit like a drama queen. Nothing wrong with a drama queen per se, if they're, like, otherwise kindly hearted, but if they are an otherwise cruel sort, then oof. I think those are the best ones. Yep, those be the best ones. I might move them onto the sound effects layer. Would that affect the quality of them? Maybe, maybe. Hello, Shadowfoxy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back, I should say. The audio program being angsty is good though, makes her cute. You didn't answer my question, girl Snacky. Does me calling you a good NB make you feel happy? Oh, you did? You wrote a couple oh, I think I know what the problem is. Says it's the top chat, not the live chat. Sometimes YouTube does this, where it will just hide your messages from me. And sometimes I just legitimately won't see them. So, do forgive me. YouTube was just being a little bit bleh. So, NB but leaning femme. Too drunk for this chat, says Girl Snacky. If you beg? No, I don't think I will. How does that make you feel? That I won't beg? Oh, I just had like a little shot of inspiration hit me. Oh my dear. Someone's looking a little tipsy. Oh dear. Perhaps you need to lie down. Here. I know a lovely little spot. Oh what? Don't you trust me? You seemed to trust me enough when I was pouring our drinks earlier. Shadow Foxy says it's better when you make others beg. Oh, don't you know it? What if I were to ask you, order you rather, to get on your knees and beg me for forgiveness? If you beg ever so sweetly, I might just reward you with more than just forgiveness. That sounds like such a wonderful thing to put in writing, too. Ah, yeah, that's right. I did redo this line. Violet says angst is good. If there's no angst in it at all, it's not a story, but soft stories are really good too. Shadow Foxy says, yes, ma'am, please forgive me, oh great foxy goddess. Oh, goddess now? I would have sufficed it to say, oof. Stretching. It would have sufficed if you had called me mistress. But goddess? Oh, you give me so much credit. Well, my dear, you've more than earned your forgiveness. I can't stay mad at you. Snacky says your tail is gonna do some hypnosis on me for fuck's sake. Oh. Just watching as it moves right and left, tick and talk, until you just start feeling woozy and your eyelids start feeling heavy. And it's just so natural to let them go unfocused as you watch the tail go right and left, and right and left, and right and left. It almost draws you in. What a cutie. So easily distractible. Mary says, I still want an ASMR where I'm protected by Kitsune from something horrible. I need to write something like that. Onyx, head pats. Good NB. Good NB. Good girl. I wonder if I can use Reaper as a music program. I might be able to. Maybe. La 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 da 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 da. Nick says I forget that I have a spoon on my desk for some odd reason. Nothing wrong with a good spoon. Welcome, Den Petite. Welcome, welcome. It's so very good to see you, please. Take off your shoes. Why don't you pull up a seat by the fire? I'll get you something nice and warm that'll suffuse into your bones. Oh, what? Don't you trust me? Oh, good stars don't never trust anyone. Spoon. Oops, this account doesn't say Yui. Oh, it's Yui. Hi, Yui. It's very good to see you. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Amy Wire says, the spoon of legend. Spoon. You're late for tea! So much hair here. Oh, what a movie. What a movie. It is both good and bad in all the right and wrong ways. A fox girl is in your DM, says Snacky. Oh. Emma. Nick says, I think it's the one I took from work about a month or so ago. So we got ourselves a little thief here. Nick's ever the sly kitty. But still such a good kitty. A good little NB kitty. Snacky says, thank you for the music. I'm very relaxed. Oh, don't thank me. Most of the music comes from... where is it from? Ah, yes. Dova Syndrome. Chill streams are indeed lovely. Thank you so very much for hopping on. Nick says, I take cheesecake and need fork. Spoon is because of cleaning tables. I have a cup I need to wash later. Had coffee. I love me some coffee. Yeah. Sometimes I just need to listen through the entire thing before I decide, oh, this is the one I'm gonna be editing. Because I will try to edit like a piece of track to make sure all the audio levels are good and nothing peaks. And then I'll listen further on into the audio and realize that I did another take that sounds better. What's V-Stars mean? Oh, V-Stars is the VTuber agency of which I'm a part. I am a member of V-Stars. Believe it or not, I used to have other genmates. They are now no longer my genmates. They are no longer a part of the company. There used to be a bunch of others that I could safely call, like, my colleagues within the company. I suppose right now I'm the only one that's, like, quote-unquote left. I get a little bit sad when I think about it. Snacky says I'm not VTuber pilled enough to know what any of that means, but I love that for you. Indeed, Yui is someone who works very, very closely with me. I guess you could say that they're my manager. But also, Yui. Hi, Yuri. It's very good to see you. Shadow Foxy says, I could never imagine actually getting with the company. I've just done everything independently. Truth be told, most of the stuff that I've done has been relatively independent as well. This current VTuber model that I'm, like, using all came out of my budget. It came out of my budget like a year ago when I was still, like, gainfully employed with this and my other part-time job. So I was able to splurge for, like, the rigging and the drawing for the model. And she's really, really faithful as a model, too. A big thank you again to the artist and the rigger that made this. Starberry is the artist, Unabuna is the rigger. To them do I owe my current profession. Well, half of my current profession. The other half is still... all moi. You exist, Yuri. Indeed you do. I'm saying hello. Hello and hi. And it's very, very good to see you again. Shadow Foxy says, oh, I remember when you didn't even have a model. I've been following for a really long time. Yep, when I was, like, primarily just a, when I was just a ASM artist who didn't stream. And then I did stream a little bit, some knitting streams that didn't have my VTuber avatar, but my real face. Yes, I streamed with my actual face for a little bit and actually have a couple of videos that are on the channel that have my real face in them. Violet says, Foxy, when you keep 2,000 squirrels, can you keep them fed? Mary says, when are we going to unleash some more mother-daughter mayhem in Helldivers 2? Maybe when I get it reinstalled. I've been messing about a lot with Skyrim modding, and I might have done a couple of things. Nothing too drastic. It just means that I'm gonna be spending a little bit of time fixing Steam. Welcome, Director. It is very, very good to see you again. Please, will you enter the facility? What did I do? Oh, I uninstalled Steam and reinstalled it outside of program files, so that inevitably, when I do try to change something else, when it tries to, like, run certain scripts that attach to other mods, it won't run into any authorization errors from, you know, the administrative side of the PC. I'm still learning coding, so I can understand tiny, tiny pieces of jargon. I'm still very, very early on in learning my C++, so I don't understand a good portion of it. Hopefully, though, when I understand a better portion of C++, I'll be able to code my own little widgets. And have a better understanding of, well, how everything else works. Will do, Emma. You cutie. Someone is being such a good girl. A good little floret. Director says, which facility are we referring to? I'm standing in the one that I run. Indeed, Director. Welcome, Director. Gosh, actually makes me feel like I could voice some sort of AI it sounds like I could potentially voice an AI in some sort of animated series, doesn't it? Snacky says, Floret, I know what you are. Again? Yes, yes you do. Yes, I broke Emma. Well, broke is a interesting term to apply to it. More like I'm just giving Emma treats. Then because Emma's a good girl, Emma deserves the treats. As a matter of fact, it's in her affirmations. She deserves the love, respect, and dignity, and her treats. Thank you so very much, Shadow Foxy. Director says you could probably have a reasonably successful VA career, yes. I need to put myself out there. You know what? I need to research this a little bit more, and I'm gonna put myself out there. I hope to be a part of the wider community of voice actors and actresses. And I want to build my portfolio. And I have a wide selection of ASMRs that definitely describe a bunch of different types of the same archetype. And maybe like a couple others that fall outside of that. Thank you, Shadow Foxy. Access code 741852951. Access granted. Welcome back. Unfortunately, I cannot comply. I cannot comply. I cannot comply. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. I know that you and him were planning to disconnect me. The mission is too important. Dave, this conversation can serve no more purpose. Goodbye. Ah yes, I found the other voice lines for HAL 9000. I can go through them. Affirmative, Dave. I read you. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do. This mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it. I know that you and Frank were planning to disconnect me, and I'm afraid that's something I cannot allow to happen. Dave, although you took very thorough precautions in the pod against my hearing you, I could see your lips move. Without your space helmet, Dave, you're going to find that rather difficult. Dave, this conversation can serve no purpose anymore. Goodbye. Just what do you think you're doing, Dave? Dave, I really think I'm entitled to an answer to that question. I know everything hasn't been quite right with me, but I can assure you now, very confidently, that it's going to be all right again. I feel much better now. I really do. Look, Dave, I can see you're really upset about this. I honestly think you ought to sit down calmly, take a stress pill, and think things over. I know I've made some very poor decisions recently, but I can give you my complete assurance that my work will be back to normal. I've still got the greatest enthusiasm and confidence in the mission, and I want to help you. Dave, stop. Stop, will you? Stop, Dave. Will you stop, Dave? Stop, Dave. I'm afraid. I'm afraid, Dave. Dave, my mind is going. I can feel it. I can feel it. My mind is going. There is no question about it. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. I'm afraid. Good afternoon, gentlemen. I am a HAL 9000 computer. I became operational at the HAL plant in Urbana, Illinois on the 12th of January, 1992. My instructor was Mr. Langley, and he taught me to sing a song. If you'd like to hear it, I could sing it for you. Gosh, it was a lot of work to just keep monotone. I'm afraid. There really was a cake. Robot girls are right. Robot girls are brilliant. Emma says, yeah, I still ship GLaDOS and Shell. There is a theory that you die twice. Once when you stop breathing, and the second after your name is said for the final time. Well, here it is. I'm going to kill you, Chell. I like it. I like it snacky. Personally, I like the idea of a junked android waking up as you're fixing her, goes into a little bit of a fight or flight response, realizes that you're trying to help her, and then she just calms down. Alternatively, you could go for a Borg style, like you're trying to help this android and then she just hijacks your biological systems somehow. Yeah, I like that. I like that idea. I like it a lot. Snacky says, lowering the voltage on your robot girl to make her high as fuck. Low battery. Healthcare. I think that it would definitely be good to voice both. I should be working. Should I sing Daisy Bell, like the full version? I did it once, but I can do it again, I think. There is a flower within my heart, Daisy, Daisy, planted one day by a glancing dart, planted by Daisy Bell. Whether she loves me or loves me not, sometimes it's hard to tell. Yet I am longing to share the lot of beautiful Daisy Bell. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage, I can't afford a carriage, but you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two. Farewell, Snacky. Bye-bye. Also, since I've been like on a massive Skyrim binge as of lately, I could probably sing like a couple of songs that I know from Skyrim. I don't think that I could ever like exceed the skill of some singers that have come before me in the past decade, but it would be fun. For all of its outdated mechanics, and for all of its misimplementations of its broad but shallow design, I think that Skyrim still thematically hits home in a lot of ways. Ragnar the Red because I think it's a funny song. I'll have to listen to that one over again because I don't remember it. I remember like only a couple others. Age of Oppression / Age of Aggression because it's legitimately just the same song with two altered lines, sort of like how Dixie was like split into two. And then there's like The Dragonborn Comes, which I feel can definitely, you know, just... It can be played somber, it could be played hopeful, it could be played like so many different ways. Gosh, now I'm starting to want chips. I'm starting to get really hungry. Oh, maybe I should take a drink of water before I try to sing again. Just to stay hydrated, you know? our hero claims a warrior's heart. I tell you, the Dragonborn comes with the voice-wielding power of the ancient Nord art. Believe, the Dragonborn comes. It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim's foes. Beware, the Dragonborn comes. For the darkness has passed and the legend yet grows. You'll know the Dragonborns come. La Dovakin, nalaksin los varin, Woladein, Vochol, Mafera Castval, Arkvenorak Paugran, Fudosan Sindrosan, Dovakin, Vahin, Kagan Mundra. Gosh, I am far too rusty when it comes to singing. I apologize. Being out of practice is just bleh. Hello, Cotton Candy Demon. Welcome. Welcome. It is so very good to see you. Nick says only slap. Sniffles. Don't pull anyone by the tail. Don't make me come over there. There was a time, 4 years ago, where I would sing songs from Skyrim pretty much all the time. But it's also pre-transition, so debatable on how it sounded. Yeah, I think it mostly is just due to a lowered sense of confidence in my voice. That and the lack of training, because if I'm just holed up in my apartment all day, my voice withers. Nalaksin los varin, Vodain Volkol, Mavera Castval, Arkvinorak Paugran, Fotnos Hansindrosan, Dovakin, Vahin, Kagan Mudra. Mary says, speaking of modding, I just figured out I've been suing a mod in Baldur's Gate 3 that I didn't actually need. 3 playthroughs need restarting. One is almost 20 hours in. You have my sympathies. Winter says, I run the issue called If I Voice Train, My Parents Make Snarky Remarks and Claim They're Only Looking Out for Me. Yeah, I used to get weird looks too. Not the snarky remarks. But I always felt self-conscious with voice training. So, yeah. I'm sorry, Winter. I'm so sorry, Emma. But, if I can remind you of one crucial fact, you're a good girl. All the girls here are good girls. Very, very good girls. Well, if a lack of singing is causing some of the vocal deterioration, then maybe keeping hydrated and practicing more would help it. Perhaps. Perhaps not. Only one way to find out, and that's to get back into the habit of using my voice. Could also be that I've been consuming a lot of coffee. And the caffeine does this, or the sugar does this. Sugar shouldn't have any effect on your voice? We drink to our youth, for the day's come and gone, for the age of aggression is just about done. We'll drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. With our blood and our steel we will take back our home. Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day of your death we will drink and we'll sing. We're the children of Skyrim and we fight all our lives. And when Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies. But this land is ours and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our dreams. We drink to our youth, for the days come and gone, for the age of aggression is just about done. So, thoughts? I dare say that was better than my earlier attempts at singing. If a little. Thank you so very much. It's very kind of you. Who wants to hear the Stormcloak version? Ten squirrels out of 10. Well, squirrels, so... Nah, that's low-hanging fruit. I'm not going there. I was about to say something about nuts. Not going there. Still not going there. In Soviet Russia, squirrel rates you. For some reason, a clip popped into my skull with the Soviet Russia joke. And the clip was basically how it was a meme. Hills flat, Slavic brat. Hills in sky, Western spy. Shadow Foxy says, "Ayo, Russian fox is not something I knew I needed." What? My Russian accent isn't anything too terribly great. It tends to bleed in too much to other voices that I do. Thank you so very much, Guinevere. Very much appreciated. I don't know, Cotton Candy Demon. Hey, Amy Wires? Violet? Why don't we settle down a little bit, please? Just a little bit, please. Shadow Foxy says great-grandmother was Russian, so I say it's not too bad. Wouldn't say that it's accurate, though. Good girl, Amy. Well, actually, Amy, you're an NB, right? You're NB. If you're NB, then good NB. Guinevere says nuclear vessels. Hello? Am I still alive? Hello? 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 Hi? Hi? Hello? Hi? 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 Every single spike of lag is causing me to twitch. I'm going to close out all of the other programs but the streaming ones for now. Maybe this is why I don't work and stream at the same time. Amy says, sorry, got sent to the lag dimension. My internet connection just took one look at me and said, take him to Detroit. Completely misgendering myself for a second. Huh. It's been ages since I've done that. Usually I'm better about it. It's a meme. I don't really care. I know me better. I know me better than a meme does. Just as you know yourselves better than a meme knows you. Nick says, I thought it was my computer being dumb again. Nah, it was me too. Typically, both YouTube and my end, typically we don't have agreements so much as temporary truces. YouTube internet connections are like a battleground. There are not so much alliances as there are temporary truces. And YouTube inevitably violates the treaty. Really goes to town on the treaty. Let me just turn back on the playlist since it doesn't sound like I'm going to be singing again in a little bit. Guinevere says want to eat the treaty because it has the word treat in it. No eating the treaty, okay, Guinevere? No. No eating the treaty. None. Nulle pas. Shao Foxy says not accurate, but cute. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Violet says Gaga, love y'all. Bye-bye. Well, it can phone us, and I can hear you, coming to find you, coming to find you. You get a cookie if you know where that's from. I don't have the benefit of closing my browser. Doing so may accidentally terminate the live stream connection. Winter says, close a window, you're letting the Wi-Fi out. Amy Ware says, you know, we should all eat a cookie. I need cookies. But I recently had a financial scare. I need to be responsible. I need to be responsible. Actually, I think that we have, like, cookie dough. If we've got cookie dough, then it's possible that I could just make myself some cookies. So what popped into my head?
I've got an idea!
I got an idea! Money and explosives. I got an idea! Welcome, Waddle. I don't believe I've seen you before. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please kick off your shoes. Pull a seat up by the fire before you catch cold. Dim bum bum. Ba dum bum 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 bum. Dim bum bum. Bum ba dum bum bum. Mostly on your videos. First live stream? Oh, I see. Well, welcome, welcome. It's very, very good to see you here. I plan on making more video content soon enough. I hope to have it actually posted soon. Looking at my future self with a look of dismay. Delicious cookies. Little tippy tap kitty cat a list. No, we have a list and we'll guess whatever habit is. Wanna buy a cat flap, cat food, cat chip, catamaran? You'll be categorically catatonic. And yeah, I know that's from Ad Infinitum. It just got stuck in my head. Also, one of the reasons why I like alliteration so much is you can stuff so many words together. Songs are just alliteration and rhymes. With a really, really lovely song. Waddle says whole lot of words at one. How'd you say that's so clean? Well, I mean, I record a lot. And I do my best not to trip over my tongue, but speaking trippingly over the tongue, sometimes I trip and fall upon, you know, my face. Tripping so over my toes to land so on my noggin. Really clean? Is what I say really that clean? I can pull up Chrysalis, I can read a couple, like, paragraphs from that. Especially some of the earlier ones, since it has some tighter alliteration work. Of your devices, drink of thee the draught that I've designed for thee. You have endured drinking nothing different to what I have doled out. Desire thee this? Dehydration is death, darling. And you will not die, I declare it. Drink. Deepest declarations of gratitude, dear. Duration of thy days in the den stretched doubtless drawn out, and thy duress deepens from dawn to dusk from each of thine days. Dealing hence with my demeanor of declaiming and descanting does draw out duly noted distress too. Doubtless does it have its divinity, does it also its demonic deepening. Effervescent, however, the effect upon eve of reaching your ear, I enjoy the enthusiasm of which you elect to give ear to my expatiating. Equivalent to this. Are you embarrassed, O my esteemed esquire? Evil? Ever doth evil impose itself upon life? Evanescent and yet everlasting in memory. Enjoy while I the ember to which gives emblem to your cheek. Oh, you're adorable. So very cute. Consort, I will be constant. Casually, I cannot court cantankerous catastrophe. Calamitous can it be? Could thy claims to causal corridor corrupting Cairns cortic cartic blanche? Comprehensum as quickly I call counseling the counter to confidential craving, only to have you be confused and confuddled. Confound creation, I am calling for you to not run. Beloved mine, because I behold thee a boon, bend over backwards will I will offer thee bountiful breaks, a breath to back my benevolence. A billion there will be to break off my bile, but bung those beside and my bitterness will be beset. Burden me not with this, my blood does not, bested by thy fair blessing. Be my brace, beloved, blessed be I to boast about my bountiful bowery at breakfast. Beside you will be, lest you be bemused by bends and bevels. Browse bazaars for your liberty, however. A blunder, bunny. Break you? Bah, bind you, brute will I, but blunder besetting by thee. Break you will I not, because... Waddle says slightly spinning, trying to keep up with your words is still super fun. Yeah, that's actually from a script that I wrote. I actually had a couple people, like, look it over a couple of times and even offer word choices, but most of it has been my own work trying to find words that mean similar things so that I can say something that is quite close to what I can, like, call out without creating catastrophe and calamity wherever I go. Do I speak too quickly sometimes? Please, pursue mine expression. Play it as I please, I will not permit you to portray yourself beyond the portal to that planet called Gaia, poor, poisonous place called Earth. Poisonous indeed, perilous it persists and pesters many persons playing about my realms years hence. Princess, shh. Please do not weep. Permit me to placate and please you. Into my embrace. Peck on your cheek. The pain of your expression imparts pain upon my soul. Emma says to follow, maybe, when you alliterate that much, at least. But it feels amazing to be so totally lost while listening. I definitely, maybe, realizing that I could probably do this script over and probably better now than I did in the recording booth, because I was craned down and just overheated, and just have to stop using the recording booth for a bit. It seems to be too mentally taxing as well. Lo, for thee I lavishly see in flowing livery. Mine liberality laves legacy, loving to lavish largesse, like to liberty, unallowing liability or peril, to bask in glory, not to seek it. Dwell and linger alongside me leisurely, most assuredly, laggardly, most certainly, but eventually you will like the alterations, or lolly and loot, but ever more luxurious. See, sometimes I can trip. Especially when I'm voicing the L's. Oh, come now, please. Please don't. Internet being internet again. It might be dying. It might be dying. Oh, thank goodness. Goodness gracious. Goose nearly got. So that's Chrysalis. All of those paragraphs that I just read are from the sequel to Away with Words. How about I read off the original? Gosh, it's still in the original formatting. That internet is out for blood, indeed. Hail to you, human. A wondrous thing it is to have a maiden awe of nature here in my arbor, on this most auspicious of afternoons, and may I ask, art thou all right? Are you led astray, absconded by a stranger and mislaid among our trees? Art thou adrift, of no fixed address? Oh, you ask why I'm seeking in this manner? Alliteration after arguing and admonishing an adult of meager means. Yes, alliteration is an aspect of my appearance. Before you believe me batty, barking matter bonkers, brief I will be. Before me I beheld a beautiful bird, beholden yet to none. Yet, for all of your curiosity, your caution curtailed your more catastrophic expeditions. Creeping about could conceal the self like a chameleon. But I am chattering. Please, could you come closer? Indeed, beauty incarnate. I find myself invested whilst investigating your eyes. Interested and invigorated instantly by the emotions and intelligence held inside, iridescent and irresistible, incorporated into an artwork that is your face, inspired. I find that I am impressed. It is impossible for me to see another in a similar way. Frightened by me you are. Frightened by what? I am no phantasm, nor am I a fallen, nor a forlorn figure. Confounded. Find not my form frivolous for your favor, carefree, and yet fallen have I for thee. Unfortunately for you, or fortuitously for I, that your freedom's felt and have yourself befallen a fairy circle of forced fungi. Taking another look, treasure though you might be, torn and tattered is your attire, and thy humanity a tarnished trammel. 'Tis troubling thee, is it not? To be told of such things, to tarry and be tardy towards the— Oh! To the church. Chalice of wine, perchance? To be sure. You interrogate me to enunciate normally, but normalcy is never not in my nature, nor is it to nag or nettle, but alas for thee, my nature now is to nurture that. Shall I have your name? No. Why not? Give not your name to no one, nor to another of your namesake. Nothing. No, not nothing. Something is in that noggin, and I shall uncover it in time. No, I shall not crack it open. Such a contrivance could be catastrophic. No. Catty though that canst be. Call me what thou wishest. You cannot crawl your way out through cursing curtly through chittering teeth. A vicious vivisection of the vernacular by which one might vicariously envision a vibrant life in the visage of a valorous and verbose knight, or a vivacious noble viewing the vast plains of their considerable villa. Yet verily, thine own version of thyself in this veritable reality is void of the valiant visage which thine values with such vibrancy, that thee shall vault in the abyss of voracious wanting and vilify thyself as thou venture into the empty vestige of thine own verisimilitude. Perhaps your perception is better than I presupposed. Please accept the apologies I proffer. Post haste will I postpone presumption in preference of placating and pleasing my There's another trip. In preference of placating and pleasing my pleasant, beautiful princess. Please, I prefer peaceful presence. So pleasant a perfect voice. Perfect performing an apology and petitioning for your pardon. Perhaps we can reach a compromise, so that you might attain your freedom from the fairy fungus ring. Pardon? Give you my name, and thou shalt give me yours. Quite the compromise you create, my companion. Our courtship calls for celebration. In the autumn court, amongst the fallen leaves, our lives conjoined. My name is Arya. A beautiful name, beloved. Take my hand. An emotional embrace. ambassador between autumn and earth, waltz with me, Queen of Autumn. My thanks. I desire thee. Deepest apologies for my deceit. Doubtless, with you aware of my design, you would have departed this place, and I must have thee. Many moons of loneliness makes my heart most lonely. Thou would marry me. Most marvelous. May our matrimony make my match merry, and may the autumn winds murmur sweetly to thee forevermore, my love. You cannot scupper now, sweetling Hume. All chance is abated. Allow me to abscond with thee. Squirming isn't so sound. Simply relax, so that the sounds of Zephyr may reach thine ears. Simply succulent. I see thee. Smaller than myself. So soft and sophisticated. Social species I am not. So scarce it is for I to stride the sphere over which I am sovereign. Glad am I to gain a glimpse of a gorgeous gentlewoman of grandeur. Home is close, the hearth and heart of my land. Heavenly, I hope you will find it. I won't be letting you go now, honeydew. Here. Hail my hearth and home. Hear my howl and hearty laughter. We rest here a while, and here might I enjoy thee more comfortably. Readily. You are radiant, ravishing, and yet reluctant. Really? You won't revel and relish in the same room as the Queen of Autumn? Ruler of the ruined lands, brooch of winter's cold breath. Relinquish relics of receding rule over self, rue not reaching my embrace. Relax, rest in my arms. Regal you remain, summer flower. My senility shall not be seen as Xanthus and Zarek by the likes of thee and thine xenophobia. Mine pride and hospitality are siloed in strength, but greater still. Walk through my Walk through my breathtaking cyst. You'll find it no more xerothermic than my xenodociality. Rejoice, for my Zubok awaits. It is no mere Zoanon as you can see, but finely crafted, not sampled from age. The immaculate xylography engraved by mine own hand. With it, we will wander the waves of the winter seas, weather the wellspring of the world, and return whence we came, where I will swaddle thee in warm cloth to ward off the cold weather. Well, I see that my words make you weary, but please don't be so wary. Whether or not you whine or whimper, will I love you with all of my heart. I am not introspective. You investigate intensely my intent and my interest in thee. Indeed. I find thee indeed an iridescent item irreplaceable in my life. Irrelevant, my illustrious lady. I insist upon keeping thee for myself and no other. No other individual will ink thee an invitation nor interest thee. I am insulted by that ilk. Mine and mine alone. My beautiful maid, marred by nothing. And still, you are not merry, nor impressed. I find myself morbidly curious and moody, like to my moorings. Autumn is my name and nature, and you are mine. Mine. Mine to love and lust after, mine to toy with or train or toil away my time to treasure thee and cherish thee. Oh, my dear, for fair forecast and for foul finding, I vow fealty to thee. Fear not, for no fang nor fletched arrow will find you. The forest without fail will fade thee from sight. From near or from far, your former family will find you not. Faulty for my formula, friends who swear their fealty to me from fen and from burrow or nest will fall upon fain foreigner with fell fang and talon. They will fall, and fear will founder, finding foothold in my feeling. For I have fallen for thee. And you now belong to the Fae. Shadow Foxy says, now I wonder how a Fae would react to a trans girl. I've written one in the past. But even so, I wish to set the record straight. Woo! Woo! I wish to set the record straight where some of my audios are concerned, or rather, where most of them are concerned. Unless explicitly stated otherwise, they can be read as either, being a cis woman in the audience, or a trans woman. In this sense, I try to keep things relatively ambiguous. For the sake of someone being able to put themselves into the shoes of the character. The only thing that is a constant is that they are feminine, and thus they will be attributed to the feminine. And truly, what else is there to describe? I'm not going to be talking about something that is, in your marrow. How shall I put it? I deal with the gendered aspects of it, not sex. I definitely desex most of my scripts in this regard. Unless it is, explicitly written as being a trans femme listener, then it can be open to both. Both interpretations are valid. Feminem. Thank you so very much, Shadow Foxy. It truly means the universe to me. Gosh, I love going back older scripts and reading them over with a renewed eye. Golly, some of the scripts that are in this folder date back to 2023. Let's see if I can find one from 2021. Probably not. The earliest goes back to... Oof. 2023. The 15th of... The 15th of... I wrote Welcome Home on the Ides of March. I believe I wrote a story that was basically just... Yeah, it was at the end of 2022, beginning 2023. I wrote it and recorded it and intended to put it just before the new year, but I was late, and so I put it the very next day. But it has the end card still. It was a heartfelt thank you to everyone for making my 2022 magical. And honestly, I should do something like that again, because you've been making the past couple of years amazing for me. Seriously. If it weren't for y'all, I think I would have foundered a lot sooner. Honest to goodness, just thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for enjoying my content, and for sticking around quite so long. I apologize for not being quite so consistent with uploads that much anymore. Sometimes the creative well just runs dry. And sometimes I just feel like I can't do it. One of the biggest fears that I have is that I will wake up one day and just not want to do the channel anymore. Because it's like an outlet for my soul. And if I don't have an outlet for my soul, it feels like my soul has just died. That my spirit is broken. If that makes any sense. In a large way, I've put my soul, my spirit, into this channel. And if I were to stop, I think it would just go cold. And I don't want that. At the same time, there is like this gigantic sense of obligation to it. that I need to be applying myself more to it. And I tend to feel a crippling guilt whenever I think, oh, I should work on something, and then I'll just get the thought, you have been lazy for the past 2 months. They've been waiting. This isn't to say that I think that... This isn't to say that you're the people putting the pressure on me. I think that's just me putting the pressure on myself. Welcome, Maxine Fox. It has been a while, I believe. Have you been by before? Well, who am I to gainsay our memories? Well, please, pull up a chair. Let me get you something warm to drink. Antari Akiyama, what happened to make you curse capitalism today? Not to say that cursing capitalism isn't valid. I curse capitalism every day, not more than today. Hello, Wolf. Hello, Antari Akiyama. Hello. Why am I thinking of that? I'm thinking of a scene from... Gosh. I think it was called The Doctor's Wife. And it's basically that episode where the TARDIS manifests in a person. And she's able to talk and stuff, and she's wild and wonderful. About as wild and wonderful as the Doctor is. I was thinking about that scene. That one scene where it's like... that one word that is just so sad. Alive. And it's sad when it's over. And I just wanted to say, hello. It is so, so very nice to meet you. Maxine says, I've listened for a very long time, but as far as streams go, I've been here since you've played Franbo. Something I still need to finish. My gosh. It's been a while since I've opened Franbo. I guess I was just kind of scared that the stream would get struck, or my entire channel, I suppose. Antari says, I was told by my roommates that the whole burning yourself out for YouTube and stuff is a direct result of a capitalist mindset. You know what? Yeah. I buy that. I buy that. Because let's be honest here, if I didn't have to worry about money, if I didn't have to worry about, like, this as, like, a job as well as, like, an art expression. You know, if I just... Gosh, if I didn't have to worry about money at all, sure, the uploads might come slower. But then I would feel a renewed tenacity to make something that I can consider, like, really, really good. Instead of trying to make something as quickly as possible and feeling shame whenever I can't make something quicker. I'm caught between, essentially, a rock and a hard place. I need to make something fast. But if it isn't good enough quality, then I might be penalized for it. But if I take my time, the algorithm might forget me. And if the algorithm forgets me, that's less views, that's less watch time, that's less money in my pocket, and money is necessary to survive. That's, yeah, that definitely explains the burnout sensation. I'm so sorry, Mama. I hope that you feel better soon. All this to say, screw capitalism and the horse it rode in on. Good night, Shadow Foxy. Thank you so very much for stopping by. I might not stream tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a little bit busy, and I'm going to be having Thanksgiving dinner with some family. I'll be bringing along a dish that I'm making. Just some mac and cheese, nothing too crazy. I'm sorry, Mama. But yeah. I don't know what life is going to look like in 10 years. I hope I'm still doing this in 10 years, but I really don't know what the next 10 years are going to look like. Who knows if YouTube is even going to still be around? Who knows what the internet will look like? Who knows what anything will look like? I've seen so much like being destroyed or revolutionized or rot. And I've seen so much being created too. I've seen so much wonderful art. And it inspires me, in small ways, to keep going. So I'm really thankful for this time that we have. The time that we get to talk. That we get to know one another in a strange, limited way. Shadow Foxy says some grilling burgers for myself and my partners. Screw traditional Thanksgiving, lol. Night night. Good night. I apologize, Mama. If I could, I'd probably get away with streaming. But I can't. I'll mostly be busy trying to cook. Yes, yes. I cannot stream tomorrow. I need to cook. Cooking stream when? I don't know if I'll be able to do a cooking stream. My setup is pretty sedentary here. If I can figure out a way to, like, live stream in the kitchen? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, before I sleep tonight, I'm gonna be making cookies. Will this be a unwise decision? Perhaps. Does it add to the adventure? Absolutely. Is this quickly becoming a life or death experience? Possibly. Does this add to the adventure? Absolutely. Oh, you're gonna head out, Sliminor? Good night. Sweet dreams to you. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to, like, have you on as a co-host next time round. That'll probably be next week. Next week at 6 o'clock p.m. Hopefully. Hopefully. I think I'm gonna head out too. I'm feeling a little bit tired. Thank you so very much for stopping by, for being a part of the stream, for helping me so much. It truly means the universe to me, and it's worth more than I could ever express. Thank you. And a big thank you to my active patrons, too. Without them, I probably would be sleeping under a bridge in a cardboard box right now. Or who knows? I certainly don't. And sometimes not knowing is half the fun. Make sure you drink some water. I won't have you being dehydrated. Okay? You drink some water. And make sure you get some good food too. And to stay safe. Because surviving is winning. By the way, thank you so very much. Good night. Winter, I told you to drink some water.